morning. It's December the 9th, and we're in zone 5, so we can't really do a lot of stuff outside as far as planting, and because winter's here. So this is my ginger plants that we had growing last year, and ginger usually has to go 2 years before you get any size of the root. So I grow my ginger outside in a raised bed planter box, and then in the fall, because it was last year was the first year, I put it in 2-gallon pots. I dig it up in the fall, and I put it in 2-gallon pots with Pro Mix. I wash off the roots. I try not to damage the existing root structure on the plant, but we plant it in fresh Pro Mix bulk, so there's no bugs or anything like that in it. And this is how I control fungus gnats. Usually in this early spring, when I've started my plants inside, I've had issues with fungus gnats. And fungus gnats, they feed on the dead matter and material in your planting mixes. So if you're bringing plants inside that were grown outside, you'll probably have some issues with some fungus gnats at some point. So this is what I've found that I've done for about 4, maybe 5 years now, and it simply controls them where I don't have an issue. I don't spray pesticides or chemicals to kill them. I simply use place sand. I got this place sand. It's a 50-pound bag of place sand, same sand that you put in your kid's sandbox. But you want place sand because it's real nice and fine. It's almost like salt. And you can get a 50-pound bag for $5. And what I do is I'll just take and put about a 1-inch layer, a thick layer, on top of my plants. And that way, if the fungus gnats in the spring, you know, there's a chance that they could be some fungus gnat eggs in this mix, but it's not likely. But what happens is I have my slider door open in the spring. When I'm getting my plants started inside, I acclimate them in and out, and then I usually get some fungus gnat issues. So if you'll take some place sand, and this works if you're bringing your plants inside from growing them outside to overwinter them. If you're in a harsh climate like we get here, we can't keep anything outside. If you're bringing it out inside from outside, your existing plants, chances are you're going to have some fungus gnat issues. And those things can colonize. In several weeks, you could have a total infestation. So what I do is I put about a 1 to 2 inch layer of this fine place sand on top of my planters. And what that does is it stops them from being able to get down to the food, the rotting organic matter. They can't get through the 1-inch to 2-inch layer of place sand. Now, I have holes in the bottoms of these pots, and sometimes we'll get some at the bottom. And if that's the case, which that hardly ever happens, they usually come from the top. I'll just sprinkle about an inch layer in the bottom of this reservoir and set the pot back in there. And that stops the fungus gnats from being able to come in and out of the bottom of the holes. But if you're having a fungus gnat problem and you don't want to spray any chemicals on your plants and you're bringing them inside for the winter, I highly recommend using place sand. I've done it for 5 years now, and it works great. And it's only $5. Thanks for watching.